What's poppin', Diggler Dreamers? I'm back with a follow-up video to my most recent video, where I discussed like the new moves that hadn't come onto Showdown yet, the new tutor moves from the Isle of Armor, and who I thought could get them and who could use them well. And I'm back because now they are officially on Showdown, and I want to kind of compare myself to what I thought might happen. So I made another team box here, and so I'm just gonna go into J8OU and type in Terrain Pulse and see who got it. So this is interesting. I would not have expected Clauditzer to get it. Oh, I think it's a Mega Launcher boost. That'd actually be pretty cool. Like Zegitor, Dunsparce. Okay, I was not expecting this. Exploud, that could be kind of cool on like the right team. Okay. Palisand. Venusaur. Huh. Okay, indeed he gets. I wonder if that could be stronger than just I mean, that's definitely stronger than regular Psychic, right? But what's the other move? Expanding Force. I think that'd probably be stronger if it does get that. Maybe? I don't know. That could be its new move. Silvally gets it. Okay. Stunvis Galar. Alright, because of the Mimicry. I haven't actually tried this thing out yet. Maybe I should. No, Orinkuru, okay. Huh. Alright, so yeah, definitely a bunch of things I wasn't expecting, like Clauditzer. I have to type this in every time. Clauditzer, Dunsparce, Exploud, Exeggutor, definitely a strange one. Exploud. Huh. Okay. Yeah, so none of these ones that I thought it would be. Let's try Burning Jealousy. Grimmsnarl does get it. I actually saw this in a game when I was actually playing Isle of Armor. I saw this and I was like, I knew it. Okay, Marowak Rololo does. Mimikyu. Zoroark. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Alright, these fire types make sense. Cursula gets it. That's interesting. I don't know if Cursula got a fire move before this. These guys get it too? Okay. Actually, Skuntank got a couple fire moves already, so that's not too strange. Heatmore and Thievul. Thievul? Did Thievul get a fire move? Huh. Alright. So definitely in Grimmsnarl. Good call on my part, I think. Mew getting it, I guess Mew gets like everything, so it's not that weird. What was the other one? Yeah, Zoroark and Mimikyu are very interesting. Although I can see the flavors for Mimikyu. Huh. This thing, I think, oh yeah, this thing did get like Flamethrower already, so I guess that's not that crazy. But I think that could be interesting for Mimikyu, definitely. Because, like, what does a Mimikyu have for Ferrothorn other than Drain Punch? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's interesting. And okay, yeah, Flip Turn. This one I'm very curious about. For sure. Okay, Clauditzer and Dragalge both get it. Golduck gets it. Kingdra. Mew, Primarina does get it in Sharpedo. Starmie gets it, okay. That's just OU, okay. Blastoise, Keldeo gets it. Melodic gets it, okay. Barraskewda, Vaporeon, oof. Wishy-Washy, Basculin, and Seaking. Alright. Okay, not as widely distributed as I thought it might be. Well, I didn't expect it to be widely distributed, but definitely a little bit more Pokemon got it than I expected, but I'm definitely excited for a few of these Pokemon. Oh, poor Golduck needs better stats. And Kingdra, honestly. Huh. So very cool. Clauditzer and Dragalge getting a little love. I think a Specs Dragalge can actually be a lot better than has been now. Primarina too. Yeah, like I want to run specs on all of these. Zelda, Kingdra, Sharpedo. I'm very excited for Banded Sharpedo as well. Melodic is very interesting. Vaporeon. Maybe Vaporeon doesn't sound that fun. Yeah. Cool. Rising Voltage. This one, I don't really know what to expect from this. Yeah, Dedenne, okay, Luxray gets it. Nolga. Magnezone does get it. That could be a very powerful move for this thing. Perhaps making up for the lack of the hidden powers to an extent. Mew, Rotoms get it. Zeraora, okay. Dracozolt, Heliolisk, Rotom, Toxtricity. Okay, so basically just, okay, Raichu does get it. That's the big one. That is the big one. But yeah, it seems like mostly just electric types get it. Yeah. Is there, okay, Kling, that's pretty interesting. The only Pokemon that isn't an electric type that gets it, probably. Yeah, looks like it. And Pincurchin does get it, so that's actually, you could probably run that pretty reliably on Pincurchin, actually. Oh, also, speaking of, it's super weird to see Alakazam in the tier. The Luxray gets it. That's cool, that's cool. And Mew of course gets everything. Should have known. So I want to double check what this is. 70 power, 100% accuracy, 2 times power and electric training. Oh, sorry. So it's guaranteed 2 times power. That's good to know. Yeah, let me actually double check on some of these moves. Like now that they're actually in this thing, I can actually look at, because like you know, the in-game doesn't always say exactly what Showdown says. Yeah, I mean that's pretty expected. Oh yeah, this one I'm actually curious about. Power doubles and type varies in terrain, so it is like a weather ball for terrain, which is very cool. You know, I bet that does get a Mega Launcher boost because it is Pulse move, and that's probably why Blastoise gets it too. Not that Mega Pokemon are a thing anymore. Oh, Grassy Glide. This one I'm definitely interested in. Grassy Glide. Ooh, Comfey gets it. What am I saying? Comfey gets it. Exeggutor, Lilligant, Lurantis does get it. Okay. Okay. Grassy Glide. Mew, of course, gets everything. Tangrowth. Okay. Venus. Ooh, Surfetch'd gets it. Okay. Very interesting. I also saw Serena gets it, which sounds pretty good. Celebi gets it. Roserade, Shiftry, Decidueye. Okay. Dhelmise, of course, Rillaboom. Vileplume, Virizion, Whimsicott, Abomasnow, Eldegoss, Flapple, Gourgeist, Appleton, Bellossom, Dubwool, Gourgeist, and Gourgeist Super, Leafeon. Ooh. My bad. My alarm went off. Of course, it was right as the music stopped too. Let me make sure those are off. Ludicolo, Roselia, Trevenant. Okay. Yeah, bunch of grass moves and a couple other interesting Pokemon get it. Bunch of grass moves, bunch of grass Pokemon, and a couple other interesting non-grass types get it. I think this could be a really cool move for Shiftry. Dubwool, I don't know if Dubwool will ever run this move, but it is pretty interesting. So it's 70 base power, +1 priority under grassy terrain, so that's pretty cool. Obviously Rillaboom is going to be like the top user of this. So yeah, like drum beating is already run on it semi-regularly, and it is only 80 power. But yeah, having a 70 power priority move, like that's tough to beat. This one, I'm very curious about. Triple Axel. I was like very much at a loss about who I thought would get this move. Ah, Lopunny. That's actually interesting. Mew, Ninetales, Primarina. Okay, Sand/Lola. That makes sense actually. Weavile does indeed get it. Okay, I think that's a pretty good user of this move. As is Weavile for sure. But the main question does Hitmontop get it. Gardevoir gets it. Melodic Serena, actually, that makes sense a lot to me. Very interesting. A few Pokemon that I feel like I should have thought of. Cinccino gets it with a Skill Link. Ooh, and Frostmoth and Gallade. Frostlass, Glaceon, and there's the Hitmontop. Okay. The Mr. Mime, Galar, Mr. Rhyme get it as it does Delibird. Okay. So yeah, I think Cinccino definitely notable, as is Hitmontop. This thing, you actually have to make a decision on what Skill Link moves you want to use now, because it gets Bullet Seed, it gets Rock Blast, and it gets Tail Slap. And now I guess you have to choose between U-Turn, Knockoff, or Triple Axle. Oh wait, you don't need Skill Link for this. What am I saying? But it gets it anyway. Oh, it does get Technician though. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, alright. Alright. I think this is actually one of the most interesting users of it now, because it has very strong physical attack, and it didn't really have that great coverage that I can think of. Like, it got Play Rough, Knockoff, Zen Headbutt, but other than that, like, just grass moves. Oh, it does get High Jump Kick too, Acrobatics, but I think adding Ice to that coverage will actually be pretty cool. Each hit can miss. You know, I did have that thought in the back of my mind, because it was saying like each time it hits, it adds power. When I was like, are they trying to say that each hit can miss? And it turns out they were. But power rises. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, Corrosive Gas. Gengar gets it, okay. Mew, Tentacruel. Okay, and I just saw Weezing and Salazzle, the main two that I was pretty sure were gonna get this move, did indeed get this move. Vileplume gets it, okay. Weezing, Haunter, Garbodor, Skuntank, Toxicroak. Okay. You know I love my Toxicroak. Yeah, I think Gengar probably a pretty solid potential user of this. I mean, it's already pretty good. It probably wouldn't. The only thing I could see Gengar having trouble with is wanting to replace one of its normal moves with this move. But definitely could not be that bad. I think Garbodor could actually be a pretty good use of it. It's already a pretty good utility mon. Does it get knockoff? No. So yeah, definitely better on Pokemon that don't get knockoff already. Which Salazzle actually gets now that I think about it, so we'll see. We'll see how useful it is. Okay, now here's one of the big ones. Scorching Sands. Cinderace does get it. What? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay, Excadrill, yeah. Hippowdon, definitely. That's gonna be a good set on Hippowdon for sure. Crocodile gets it. Okay. As does Marowak and Marowak Alola, which is pretty interesting. Did this thing get Earthquake or something? It did. But that's interesting though. Scorching Sands. Let me type that in actually. Thaw's a target. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Who else gets this? Because that's still just OU. Mew gets it, of course. Palisand gets it. That sounds like a good user. And Sandslash gets it. Diggersby does get it, actually. Ooh, Arcanine, Flygon, Incineroar, Rhyperior. Interesting. Ooh, Centiskorch. Okay, these are some interesting users. A bunch of fire types. I don't think things like Arcanine and Centiskorch got like a strong base power ground type move. I'm actually very interested for Flygon to use it as well. Charizard gets it. Claydol, also very good. Confirmed. Shout out to the guy who commented on my last video. Colossal, great. Dugtrio gets it. Ninetales, Rhydon, Steel. A lot of Pokemon getting this move. Steelix gets it. Torkoal, Turtonator, Alolan Dugtrio, Flareon, and Rapidash. Sandaconda. Okay, that I like that on Sandaconda. It's obviously not. It doesn't have strong special attack, but I think it can be really good in a defensive set. Golurk gets it. Cool. Golurk getting some more love. I mean, I'm pretty sure this thing gets the other move, but we'll get to that. Okay, Gargle, Heatmore, Bravo. Yeah. Okay. Damn, this move got a lot more distribution than I kind of thought it would, which is pretty cool. I think Palisand is definitely going to be a good user of this. Very interesting. Okay, Dual Wing Beat. Big question here, of course. Does Scizor get it? Clefable gets... Oh, I guess it does have wings, doesn't it? That's weird. Corviknight gets it. Okay, Druddigon, Dunsparce, Emolga. Okay. Hawlucha, Hydreigon. Yeah. Kiro. Could Hawlucha be a good user of this? Probably. Mandibuzz, and there's Scizor. Mew gets it without even having wings, but there's Scizor right there. Oof. Skarmory, Talonflame, yeah. Togekiss, and Volcarona. I think Talonflame could actually be a pretty solid user of this. Celebi gets it. Flygon, Mantine, Noivern, Pelipper, Ribombee, Sirfetch'd gets it. That's pretty cool. Oops. Okay. Sigilif, sure. Braviary, Charizard, okay. Cramorant, Decidueye gets it, nice. Frosmoth, I don't think Frosmoth would really want to use it, but it's there. Vikavolt, Butterfree, Clefairy, Flapple. That could be an interesting coverage move for Flapple, actually. I don't think it got like a good flying type move. And Noctowl, Swoobat, Farfetch'd, Vespiquen, Vibrava, okay. So yeah, I think Flapple, and the other one that does interest me is Flygon. It'd be kind of interesting with this move too. So Dual Wing Beat, 40 power, only 9% accuracy, but hits 2 times in 1 turn. So it's 80 base power flying move. It isn't 100% accurate, but doesn't have recoil and does hit twice, so it can, like, you know, potentially break through a sub and still hit a Pokemon, which is something. But yeah, Scizor definitely the premier user of this move. So what, Technician? Oh, okay, so it's, I always thought it was like adding 30 power to it, but it's 1.5 times power. So it makes Dual Wing Beat into a 60 power move that hits twice, so 120 power flying type move, which is pretty cool. Only 90% accurate, but you know, still strong, which is pretty cool. Okay, this one's interesting. I'm mainly curious if Indeedee gets this one. Expanding Force. Alakazam gets it. Okay, unnecessary. Exeggutor, Hatterene. Okay, Jirachi, Mew, Slowbro. Oh, Slowbro Galar, which I'm very excited about. Slowking, Starmie, Wigglytuff, Bronzong, Celebi, Darmanitan, of course, the Zen mode. Espeon, Gardevoir, Necrozma, Marina, so mostly all psychic types so far. Yeah. Sigilyph, Claydol, okay. Gallade, Indeedee does get it. Okay. Top tier user of this for sure. Yeah. Beetle, Rapidash, Swoobat, Bahian, Gothitelle, Meowstic. Yeah. Okay. So not a very exciting distribution. Not really anything. I mean, unless you count regular mode Darmanitan, which I don't. Like no psychic types. I mean, there's no Pokemon that aren't psychic type that get this move, really. So not in my opinion, not the most exciting, but I think it will make Indeedee really cool. Okay, so it doesn't really give much information here, but it's 80 power, and with Psychic Terrain it's boosted and hits all foes. Obviously that doesn't matter in singles, but I want to know how much power it is actually boosted, and it's not telling me. If it's double, then that's actually insane, because that would be what, 160 power, and would that even count with a normal terrain boost? You know, could be absolutely crazy. So we'll see. Skitter Smack, another one that I wasn't too particularly interested in. It didn't seem that crazy to me. Dunsparce gets it. Gengar Crocodile gets it. Dunsparce is going to be a great user. Gengar gets it. Crocodile. Crocodile's an interesting one. Mew, Scolipede. Okay. Shuckle, Volcarona, Zorard. I wonder if this. I forget. So let me double check what this move actually is. 70, 90, and 100% lower the special attack. Yeah, I don't think Scolipede's going to run that. I mean, it does run Mega Horn. Does it get Leech Life? No. Okay. Well, maybe. If people don't want to run Mega Horn, maybe they just want to run Swords Dance, Skitter Smack. I could see it a little bit more accurate, but I mean, at that point, why don't you just run X Scissor? Durant, okay. Araquanid, Chandelure, Lysopod, Milotic, okay. Centiskorch, Goodra. Okay, so is it a lot of dragon types getting this? No, what am I saying? Okay, there's a lot of Pokemon I wasn't expecting to get this are getting it. The Decidueye, Drapion makes sense. Frosmoth, Galvantula, Gastrodon, Salazzle's getting it. Vikavolt, Haunter, Dreadnought, okay. Orgeist, Liepard, Ninjask, Persian, Sandaconda getting it, okay, interesting. Crustle, Dusclops, Dusknoir, Gourgeist, Graplocked, Trevenant. Oh wait, it's only 70 power, so it's not a Technician boost. But the problem with this move is that, you know, Bug is not really the best coverage move. Like, if it's the only move you have, it can work. But you're always like, I'm looking at a lot of these Pokemon, and most of them are not really gonna be able to find an excuse to run a Bug move as their coverage move. So it just seems weird to me. Like, if you have a Decidueye, like, are you ever gonna run Skitter Smack over like Spirit Shackle, Grassy Glide, which it gets now, or like Leaf Blade, Sucker Punch, anything like that? Like, all those moves just sound better to me. So it's strange. It actually, you know, Centiskorch might be one of the premier users of it, being, you know, having like pretty good bulk and running a very good specially defensive set. I think Skitter Smack could actually be used by this thing to, you know, make the offensive Pokemon less threatening versus this defensive set. So, you know, it might have a little a niche. You know, I have a niche, and I don't think Scizor got it, which is interesting. And neither did Mimikyu. Interesting. Meteor Beam. Tapped it wrong. Though when this thing comes back, it better get it. And then it'll be the premier user of it. Okay, Clefable gets it. That makes sense. Clefable's from outer space. Jirachi, yep. Mew, Shuckle, that's interesting. Using its 10 special attack. Starmie. That is actually pretty interesting. I think it could get Power Gem, but I kind of want to run like a Power Herb Meteor Beam Starmie now, because it also appreciates not having an item because of that new move Poltergeist that I'm leading up to, as well as not taking as much from knockoff. You know, I don't think it's that bad an idea. Meteor Beam, 120 power, yeah, and it raises the special attack by 1, so I think that's pretty cool. Okay, anyway, why can I not spell Meteor? Dracozolt gets it. That's pretty crazy. But Dracovish doesn't. Oh, Dracovish is banned. That's why. Barbarical, Bronzong, Gigalith, Necrozma, Rhyperior. Necrozma could be a solid user, maybe. Colossal, of course. Yep. Corsola Galar. Rhydon, Steelix, Arctivish. Yeah, it looks like all the fossils probably. Oh, right, because they're fossils. Of course. Cursula, okay. Cursula could hit pretty hard with this move, for sure. Dreadnought, Arctozolt, Beheon, Carkle, Corsola, Crustal, Stormjourner, Lunatone, Solrock could be solid users of this. Yeah, okay. Necrozma, Duskmane, Sugaleo, and Lunala get it? Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, Beheon. I think Beheon could be a pretty cool user of this, and the similar reason why I think Starmie could be good with it. And, you know, being a psychic type, but also just having super strong special attack, and if you catch somebody on a switch with an analytic, like, don't even talk to me. Alright, typed it right that time. Dracozolt is very interesting. I actually do want to see if Dracovish gets things like Flip Turn as well. Yeah, so in general, I don't think there's a lot of strong users of this. I think it's going to be very niche at best, but, you know, that's fine. Okay, now this is the big one. Poltergeist. Strong move, but only works if you have an item. Gengar gets it. Marowak does get it. Interesting. I thought they might not give it to it because it already got Shadow Bone as its, like, you know, signature ghost move. Ooh, the Rotoms get it. That's definitely interesting. Poltergeist does get it, okay. That could be good on a Shell Smash set for sure, because it doesn't have the best attack, but if you boost it, then it could be better. Ooh, Decidueye and Delmise. Ooh. I mean, Decidueye already got his thing. I have a lot to say about the physical ghost moves and their distribution, and Decidueye. Okay, so here, quick hot take. My problem with electric types and ghost types, and anytime Gamefreak comes out with like a special unique ghost or electric type, they need to basically give it its own signature move if it needs to be physical in order for it to be any use. Marowak and Decidueye are perfect examples, as is Marshadow, and then I think of Zeraora with Plasma Fists as well in terms of electric types. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Poltergeist. I need to confirm that Golurk gets this move. Runerigus actually could be a pretty cool user. Haunter, Carfagrigus, Cursula, Frostlass. Gourgeist is actually a really cool user of this. Don't tell me Golurk didn't get this. Oh, thank God, Golurk. Hell yes. Golurk is going to be powerful. Powerful. And Dusknoir, yep, that was the other. Oh, Trevenant too. Oh man, oh shit, Ninja. Okay. Yeah, I'll be running a Trevenant set with this. Better believe it. Dusknoir is definitely good, but I want to put Trevenant here. I'm just excited for Trevenant to get something like that. Okay, Scale Shot. Not one that I can admit I'm not the most excited about Scale Shot, but okay. Dragalge, Druddigon, Dunsparce. Again, they're hinting at this thing being dragon. Pretty cool. Hydreigon, okay. Kingdra, Crocodile. That's kind of interesting. I don't think it would, I have a hard time imagining this thing being run on like anything, but maybe. Sharpedo gets it. Okay, Kyurem, I almost skipped over. Gyarados and Haxorus. Flygon, Heliolisk, and Milotic. This is a physical move, though, I should point out. Barraskewda, Inteleon, Charizard, Drampa, Salazzle, Turtonator, okay. Dreadnought. That's kind of interesting. Quillfish, Sandaconda, Short Wishy-Washy, Basculin, and Fracture, Seeking. Huh. Okay, so not a lot of users that I was expecting. Maybe Druddigon could be good with this. I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's like these moves are not the most reliable, which is why unless you have skill link, they're not going to be the craziest thing in the world. You know, it's cool that Inteleon gets it, Salazzle gets it. Kind of cool. Not really, because they're both, well, maybe like a Swords Dance Scale Shot. I mean, at that point, you're gonna want to run Ice Shard and like Liquidation if it gets Liquidation, and then like Sucker Punch. Yeah, this is a tough move to fit on any set, in my opinion. Oh, raises speed though. That's actually pretty cool. Does lower defense, but it raises speed and lowers defense, which could, you know, it could be useful. It could be useful. It's definitely very heat, very niche. I don't think it's gonna be that great. And you know what? I forgot to actually type in Poltergeist in here just to, yeah. So 110 power, 90% accuracy, fails if the target has no item. Very, very, very cool. Lash Out. Okay. Okay, yeah. This looks pretty standard. Oh, and there's finally Urshifu comes in. Yeah, Bisharp, yeah. Kind of expected. Bufalon, okay. Drotagon, Grimmsnarl, Crocodile, Mandibuzz, Tauros. That's actually, is that a good move for Tauros? 75 power, 2 times if a stat was lowered. I think that could be really good. Well, what's another dark type move that this thing gets? Throat Chop, yeah. That's, is it better? Huh? Well, it's probably pretty comparable with Throat Chop, actually, it looks like. What? Batty Bat? What the hell is that? I think on the right team, Lash Out could be very interesting. It has a lot of potential, but it's just not always going to be doing as consistent damage as Throat Chop. So it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. I'd run it. Let me just put Urshifu. Okay, they don't have the sprite for it. Yeah. Oh, wait, what dark moves does this get, actually? Oh, it gets a signature dark move, doesn't it? It gets so many dark moves, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, there's a Wicked Blow. Critical hit. No. No, you're never going to run Lash Out on this thing. No. Alright, what else gets it? What else gets it? Zoroark, Crawdaunt, okay. It was gonna run knockoff anyway. Obstagoon. There's the Defiant user though. Bisharp and Obstagoon I think can be really good users of this. Darmanitan is interesting. Incineroar, Pangoro, Umbreon, Shiftry, Drampa, Drapion, Mudsdale, Sableye, Scrafty, Turtonator, Sneasel, Liepard, Malamar, Morpeko, Berserker could be cool. I don't think Berserker got anything better than Throat Chop. Persian, Skuntank, Stunfisk, Toxicroak, Ponyard, of course, Stunfisk, Persian Thievel. Okay, so not the most exciting. Definitely, I mean, the move itself is not the most exciting. It's very situational, but, you know, could be useful. Alright, Steel Roller is up next. This one's definitely also very situational, as I was saying. Speaking of situational is what I meant to say. Ooh, a Azumarill gets this? What? Cloyster, Ferrothorn, Licky. Alright, McGearna's back. Damn. Magnezone, that just made me sad for a second. Mew, Miltank, Sandslash, okay. Sandslash, Alola, Scolipede, Shuckle, Wigglytuff. Why are all these fairy types getting the steel move? And by that I just mean Wigglytuff and Azumarill. So I'm just gonna put that in there. Wigglytuff. Bronzong, Ridiculous, okay. Capraja, Delmise, Duraludon, Snorlax, Steelix. So not a lot of Pokemon that I expected to get this actually. Ferrocy, Clang, Quillfish, Togedemaru. Okay, that's actually kind of, you know, Quillfish has got the spikes, so it uses itself as a Steel Roller. Glalie, Wailord. Okay. Wailord. Huh. Very interesting. Ferrothorn is probably a solid user. So yeah, just to compare, like, Tyranitar doesn't get it, Mamoswine doesn't get it, Scavalier doesn't get it, Excadrill doesn't get it. I mean, I wasn't too thoughtful of Aegislash getting it, but it definitely doesn't. And the last one, Misty Explosion. Okay, a lot of Pokemon. Oh, why didn't I not think of a Azumarill when I was thinking of this move? Yeah, Azumarill could be really good, especially with the Belly Drum set, if Custap Berry was activated. But maybe you could do, was it Slack Berry? Oh, I'm looking at Pokemon. Yeah, Slack Berry that boosts your speed. Could be pretty cool. Misty Explosion. Fable, Hatterene. 90 base attack, it's not too... Oh no, this is special. Oh, I keep forgetting that. Oh my god, okay. So Hatterene actually a way better user of it. Magearna definitely could use this. I mean, the problem is you don't always want your Pokemon to explode. But dang, there's some strong special attack Pokemon here that could use this thing. So yeah, Hatterene, Magearna, and what's that thing's name? Why can't I think of its name right now? Primarina. Oh my god, my brain. Wigglytuff and OU. What? So sad. Gardevoir, Sylveon, Weezing. Yeah, okay. Slurpuff does get it. Aromatisse, Alcremie, Clefairy, Musharna. Okay. Interesting. Definitely, a lot of these moves are going to end up being pretty niche. Like, I think Misty Explosion, Steel Roller, Lash Out, Scale Shot, Meteor Beam, definitely, Skitter Smack. I mean, Dual Wing Beat even, Corrosive Gas, Triple Axle. Definitely a lot of these, like Burning Jealousy, Terrain Pulse, they're going to be very niche. And then I think there's a few that'll actually be used pretty good and pretty often, like Flip Turn, Grassy Glide, I think, Scorching Sands, I think Expanding Force on Indeedee, and I mean there's definitely a few moves that will be used in particular by certain Pokemon. I think Poltergeist will definitely be good on all of these Pokemon. I think Misty Explosion could be good on these Pokemon, I don't know. But I think of like Dual Wing Beat might not be the most useful on all of these Pokemon, but it'll. Alright, what am I looking at? On all of these Pokemon, but it'll be very useful on this Pokemon, so you'll definitely see it. Yeah. Very, very interesting stuff. Huh. Oh yeah, Rising Voltage. Yeah, I think these two will probably be the premier users of this move, but you might see it on a few other things, you know, who knows. Oh yeah, I wanted to see if Dracovish gets Flip Turn. It is banned now, unfortunately, but let's just see. No, it doesn't. Okay, huh. It definitely would have been crazy for Dracovish. I think maybe it has a chance of coming back down to OU now with all the new Pokemon involved. Oh, and it's actually pretty sad that Politoed doesn't get it. And neither does Grapploct. Ah, that's very sad actually. Hold on. I need to confirm just to make sure I'm not messing this up. Yeah, Politoed would be an OU and it is not getting it. And Grapploct would be way down here and is not getting it. So that's very, very sad. Like, gives Grapploct some love. Like, that thing really needs some love. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit that like button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Keep dreaming. And expect some showdown lives with these moves. Goodbye.